This past year has been a wild ride. There have been highs, there have been lows, and yes, that T-28 crash. But as we dig into 2025, I've got some exciting news to share and some incredible projects to reveal, including one that I'm teasing right now. Let's dive in.
Wings in the wind, never looking back. I'll build her up again, get her on track. Every fall's just a step to fly again. Dreams and dust, I'll ride that wind. The future's bright, got another plane to see. You can't crown a heart like the RC Geek.
Hey everyone, Chris here. Welcome back. Now, I'd really hoped to get this video out sooner, like closer to the new year, but as it turned out, I was sick as a dog over New Year's. It was pretty rough. Finally feeling better, thankfully, and so I wanted to give you guys an update on what's happening for 2025. I've got some really exciting news to share that's happening this year. We've got some really exciting projects, and so I wanted to give you guys a quick update, kind of what's happening with the channel. First of all, I do want to address the elephant in the room. That is, of course, the T-28 crash. I do know what happened. Unfortunately, the airframe was totaled. The engine was totaled. It was going to cost more to repair the engine than I could buy a new one for. And so thankfully though, Horizon Hobby did offer to sell me one at a discount, and so I definitely took them up on it. And I do have an almost ready to cover one in the box. A big thank you to Legend Hobby for that. And so I'm really excited to glass one up, detail it, really make it look nice, because that was really a beautiful model. It's nice, big, it's scale, and so they really did a fantastic job on that. But in terms of what happened, now at the end of the day, you know, I assume full responsibility for what happened. It was related to a receiver issue. Now, for whatever reason, only one of the remote receivers was actually transmitting, and so I didn't pick up on that. We had moved some things around, and as I was taxiing, things appeared to be resolved. But that being said, had I taken a moment to actually look at the LEDs on each of the remote receivers, I would have seen that only one was illuminated, and so that was completely my fault. The crash was completely avoidable. You know, I will say, when you're continuously trying to make content, you do put pressure on yourself to try and work through things like that. Guys, you know, they're helping me out, trying to respect their time as well. You know, it is what it is, and as that video has gone wider, you can imagine how the comments have gone. I don't blame the equipment at all. It ultimately was my fault. The mistake that I made was to, you know, first things first, if you're having an issue, rebind the receiver, because the fact of the matter is, had I done that, I probably would still have the airplane. When they were assessing it at Horizon, they rebounded and everything illuminated fine, and so then they couldn't repeat the issue. The one question I do have is, if not all of the remotes were transmitting, why the receiver actually initialized, because if you don't have connectivity to all of the remotes, then it won't initialize. I've experienced that with other receivers, and so that is kind of the one big question mark I don't understand. I will say that I have started to explore FR Sky a little bit. I do like their dual band setup, so they've got redundancy in 900 megahertz and 2.4 gigahertz, so you've got a backup, which I really like a lot. I've been struggling with the ergonomics, and the learning curve on that radio is pretty steep, but I will be exploring that and testing it a bit this year. But at the end of the day, any radio system has the potential to fail. That is just a fact of life. Some have better redundancy than others, but that doesn't mean it's completely foolproof. Stuff happens. The important things are to learn from the lessons. This is, you know, I've had two very major crashes, two very hard lessons to learn, but I can tell you that those are things that will not be repeated again, because I'm so much smarter from it. We learn so much more from failure than we do from success. And the fact of the matter is, man, I've been doing this for so long. Quite literally my entire life I've been involved in this hobby. You can get complacent too, and there was some complacency, of course. The T-28 was a really tough one for me, and you know, it just wasn't a personal challenge. It kind of came at a time when I was already grappling with some pretty tough emotional struggles. You know, trying to make the RC Geek my full-time focus over the last 2.5 years has been amazing. I've learned so much and done so many things, but I was just getting to that point of burnout. You know, when you're a one-man show trying to do everything, it's just incredibly demanding. And so it was just really starting to impact me physically, emotionally. But I will say, if there's one thing that this crash in the past couple of years has taught me, it's that resilience and passion can get you through the hardest moments. This hobby is a journey no matter what side of it you're on. And so it's so important to keep sight of the fact that, you know, you got to find the joy no matter what happens. Go back to your roots, whether it's, you know, going back and doing another build. Like in my case, I wanted a quick win. And so we went through and did a refinish on the T-33, which really helped get that passion back, that excitement again. It's so much about the journey. It's so much about the lessons, even the hard lessons. And so I just want to encourage you, no matter where you're at in your RC journey, there's going to be tough moments, but it's about the journey. It's about the creativity. It's learning how to bounce back after the setbacks, because that's really what's important in all of it, and it's what's really important in life. Stuff happens, and so it's so important to just keep going, find the joy. I just really want to encourage you in that, and I want to say thank you for all of those who left the encouraging comments for me. That really helped. This amazing community. You guys kind of really helped keep me going through it all, and I hope that this content has been helpful for you. I've got so much more exciting things planned for the channel this year, and speaking of exciting things, I'm thrilled to announce a major life change for me. And so back in October, an opportunity came up to join the team at Motion RC. And so since October, I have been their category manager for all aircraft and helicopters. And it has been an amazing experience. I have had so much fun. They have an incredible team. They have incredible products. And I have been digging in, working on new projects, new airplanes, new helis. They are allowing me to continue doing the channel, and we will be doing build content, we'll be doing educational content, and that is going to be the focus going forward. My passion really is with building, showing you guys what can be done in scale modeling, and just trying to educate as much as I possibly can. I can't wait to bring my experience and love for this hobby to Motion RC while still sharing the journey with you all here on the channel. And so with that being said, let's talk about what's next. And so following the T-33, I really wanted another quick win before we really dig into the next big project. And so I ended up picking up one of the 70mm F9F Panthers. That is an amazing flying little model. And so I'm currently going through, it's on the bench now. We're gonna be doing a full refinish. Gonna be adding some scale details like speed brakes, body flaps, adding those fun upgrades. It's gonna look and perform even better. And so that's what we've currently got on the bench. I'm hoping to have the first video in that posting in a couple weeks time if I can. Following that comes a project that's really close to my heart. Now, I have been storing for many years a gift that came from my father-in-law, and it is a 1/5 scale FW190D9. This is a Cis-T all composite kit with incredible molded details. Like, this thing looks amazing. You know, it is a kit that's long out of production. I think I've been storing this model for, 8 or 10 years, but it is gonna be amazing. I can't wait to get started and to start bringing it to life. It's gonna be featured fully here on the channel every step of the way once we get this Panther done. And so after that, I've got something really special planned. I had teased the scratch build project a while back. Well, that is not quite ready to be revealed yet, but by the time we get the D9 done, that should be ready to be revealed. It's a model that I don't think has really ever been done before in RC format. And so with these projects and my new role at Motion RC, I'm really kind of doubling down on what I love most, right? Sharing builds, sharing tutorials, and everything in between. And I hope to share some exclusive things that are happening with Motion RC as well in terms of specific projects and stuff. And so be sure to stay tuned for that. And so I hope these projects inspire you to tackle your own challenges, because again, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination, and there's always lessons in every step of the way. And so that's what we've got going on for 2025. There's a lot happening, and so I have been very, very busy. I appreciate you guys just following along, being there. I can't thank you enough for your support through the good, through the tough times. It really means the world to me. And so whether you're new to RC modeling or you're a seasoned builder, remember, every project, every crash, every success is part of the journey. And so keep building, keep flying, and keep learning. That's so important. Just keep going. Otherwise, let me know in the comments which project you're most excited for. And if there's something you would like to see in the future, let me know. And I'd like to see if I can make that happen. And so don't forget, there's a big reveal coming later this year once we really dig in on the D9 project. And also, if you haven't yet, be sure to grab my book, Mastering the Art of Scale Aircraft Painting and Finishing. I actually have a trilogy of books that I have published. It's www.artofscalemodeling.com. And so I've got a link down below that you can grab those. And if you are looking for even more in-depth content, consider joining my channel membership. I do a masterclass video every month where we dig deep into specific projects. It's a great way to take your skills even further while supporting the channel. And so with that said, guys, if you would like to see the latest journey on the T-33, you can see that here. Thanks again so much for your support. I'm so excited for 2025 as we dig into these new projects. So until next time, guys, I'll see you at the field.